it's Lee from Surf People. I just want to share a story with you that happened a couple of weeks ago. I was out surfing and came in after lots of waves, had a really good time, really fun surf, just absorbing the atmosphere up on the beach, the last rays of the sunshine of the day, when I seen two young kids get into trouble. They got sucked out into a hole on the beach and I had to run down and save them. Picked up a stranger, not literally, but picked up a stranger on the way down, jumped in and plowed them out the water, plucked them literally from underneath the waves, took them back to the beach, and thankfully they ran off to their mum, who was a bit further up the beach. So yeah, I just want to share this story with them. I'm just about to go down and meet up with them back at the actual place where it all happened, just to hear their side of the story and see what we can teach them. Thanks, see you soon, bye. So just tell the story of what happened that day.
Okay.
In your own words.
I was down the beach, I had 3 children with me. My little girl was just in front of me and the boys were just swimming off to the left, and I was talking with my friend. 1 minute the boys were just over there on the left hand side and we saw them, and then maybe 1 minute later they were running back saying that they've been rescued from the surf, and it was so quick.
I said it happened really fast.
Really quick.
So what do you think you might do as a parent, I suppose, on the beach next time? I mean, there's a couple of things that you probably could have done.
Made sure that they have more awareness of the surf,
Yeah.
and what to do if they do get into a situation.
Prevention is no doubt. Prevention's no doubt the answer to it, no doubt whatsoever. And obviously the other thing is this isn't a patrolled beach.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you can't swim here and not be safe, but they need to be aware of that. So as a parent, I feel that you have to really make sure that they're armed with that information, because it's gold. So how did you feel when I came up the beach?
I was shocked. Like, so they were there, and then I found out that they've been rescued from the surf. It was like
I mean, I was pretty wound up from the adrenaline and stuff, and so yeah, it's pretty scary, isn't it? And then I think the impression that I got from you was that it didn't really sink in till like a few minutes later, right?
Yep.
Really. Well, thank God they're here, eh? And I'm just glad that I was there watching them.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks, Naomi.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's your name?
Oh, it's Zosh.
Let's come a bit closer, Zosh.
Okay.
So how old are you, Zosh?
12.
12, yeah? So can you remember what happened that day, a couple of weeks ago? So you tell me exactly the whole story from the start to the beginning. Start to the end, even.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we were at this end of the beach, and Mum warned us if that there was a rip, and we didn't listen, so we went out a bit further to sea to get a bit more waves, and then we got carried all the way to the outside of the beach, and then it was like really like expensive waves, which is very unusual for a rip. And then we were swimming against the rip and trying to get to the shore, not to
You swim in the wrong direction.
yeah.
Yeah?
Swim in the wrong direction.
So did you know that there was a rip there on that day?
Oh yeah, Mum told me that we weren't listening that much. Yeah.
Alright, so next time you can listen to your mother, eh?
Yeah.
That's alright. So what happened when you were caught in the rip? Did you start to panic?
Yeah, a bit. We panicked a bit, and then he
So that's when you started
something
panicking.
came over. Yeah.
Yeah, and you started getting a little, you realised you were in trouble then.
Yeah.
But you didn't wait for help, did you? You just carried on trying to swim against the rip, and that's when I seen you.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to come down, and luckily I was there and grab you both with a bystander on the beach. So, what do you think you're going to do next time, Zosh?
Oh, we'll swim with the rip or parallel to the rip.
That's really good advice. So what else? We were talking just now that's not here on this beach. What's not here that you should have been looking for?
Oh, there's no surf life-saving club or...
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So you should have been aware of that. I mean, it's safe to swim here still, but you should always be aware of that.
Yeah.
And what else should you do when you're with your parents at the beach?
When you're with your parents, you should always stay close to them so that they can see you.
Absolutely.
And always come to you and help you if you're separate or you've got any problems.
And if you're gonna go and swim somewhere else, you must always tell them, yeah?
Yeah.
And another thing is you should always look out for your brothers or your friends if you see them in trouble. Alright, so where do you think, I know we're a bit close here, we may not be able to see, where do you think the rips are out there today, Bosh?
I'd say there's one there, and there. So there's 4 rips over there.
And how do you identify what a rip looks like?
Oh, it's a bit of white water. If you can't see any white water, then just go into some higher land on the beach and look at the view of it. And you'll be able to see that there's water coming in that isn't white water and water going out that has a bit of dirt or sand and has a whole lot of white water. And
So basically what's happening, we think, is that the waves are coming in here, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then they're coming up to along the beach here. And then it's running back out to sea where there's no waves over there. And that's pretty much where you got caught, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks Josh for your help, and next time you're in the water, make sure you stay safe, listen to your mum, and look out for rips. Josh, what's your top 5 tips you'll give for kids swimming in the ocean?
Oh, well, I would say always swim on a controlled beach.
And what does that look like? What's the colour flags on the beach?
Oh, yellow and red always.
Perfect, yes.
Join nippers, and the second tip is join nippers, and
Why should you join the nippers?
so that you can learn how to swim a lot better. Third tip, that when you're in a rip, you should always swim not against it, parallel to it, or just go with it. And always check if there's a rip there by going onto some higher land on the beach.
Yeah, have a good look at the ocean before
Yeah.
you go in.
And the 5th tip, or 6th, always have fun
That's right.
at the beach.
And you want to stay safe, not like you did on that day.
Yeah.
We don't end up doing that again, do we?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well done.